Hello, my crafty friends. Today on Sew Aldo, I will be showing you some pattern hacks to create an empire waist dress with hidden pockets. First off, I am going to show you how to create a pocket pattern. So you're just going to simply put your hand on a piece of paper and then trace around it. Be sure to add seam allowance. If you don't have bodice blocks yet, it is super easy. I just basically clone a dress that I already have. I trace it front and back just like this. And that is how I created my very own patterns that fits me really well. Yes, my friends, you're welcome. So at the beginning of the video, I said I am going to make an empire waist dress. So this is where I am going to modify my patterns. So I basically replicate the same front and back bodices on a different sheet of paper. So I desire for the waistband to be 2.5 inches on the side seam and 3 inches on the fold. And I'm just going to draw a cross, and you can curve it or you can also do a straight line. It's totally up to you. But I decided to a somewhat curved lines. And I will repeat the same step on the back bodice. And I'm also going to cut along where I traced the line, and I'm going to label it such as fold and add a 1/4 inch seam allowance on the new seams. I simply repeated the same steps on the back bodice. Now these are the new pattern pieces that I will need. Be sure to label everything so it doesn't get mixed up. For the waistband, I will need 2 pieces front waistband and 2 pieces back waistband. Doubling the waistband is going to stabilize the waistline. I will be using this knit material, and I will have the link in the description box below if you are interested. Now it's time to cut out all the pieces that I will need for this beautiful DIY dress that I want to finish today actually. When I started working on this project, it was around 1 o'clock in the afternoon, and I finished it around 3:30 in the afternoon, and I bet if I wasn't filming, I will finish this like in 2 hours. Now it's time to cut out the bottom. I cut it out on the floor just because if I cut it double fold on the table, it will not give me a full 2 panels, so I had to cut it separately. It's time to construct the bodice. So I first match the waistband wrong sides together, and then I am going to match it on the right side of the fabric of the bodice. So when I flip it over, it will show the right sides of the waistband and the bodice as well. And then I am going to overlock it. If you don't have a serger, you can use your regular sewing machine. But I decided to use my serger today because it is fast and I want to finish quick. And it's also going to be really nice if you have matching threads. But it didn't really matter because it doesn't show. After I join the shoulder seams, I am going to be joining the sleeves on the arm side. I match the center fold of the sleeve to the shoulder seam and then pin, in this case, clip the fabric on the arm side. Today is very gloomy outside. That's why I decided to just stay in the house and maybe make a beautiful dress that is super bright and cheery. And this is also my first time to make a dress with some sort of different waistband detail. So I'm really pleased with the way it's turning out. It's time to work on the bottom of the dress. First, I am going to sew the pocket pieces on the side seam of the skirt. So I place it 3 inches below the waistline, and I am going to sew it down just like this. And then you are going to top stitch it right here. Make sure that the raw edge are facing the pocket side. I didn't do it in this video, I did it at the very end, but this is actually much easier if you are going to do it right now before you even finish the dress. Now it's time to match the waistline of the bodice and skirt together. Be sure that the right sides of the fabrics are facing each other. And I'm just going to do the exact same thing on the back. And then I'm going to overlock the side seam. Be sure that you sew around the pocket. So be sure that the waistband seams doesn't move, or else it's not going to look nice and pretty. Actually, the left side moved and I'm super annoyed about it, but oh well, I'm just going to be extra careful next time because I don't really feel like seam ripping the overlock edges. This is the beautiful pocket. I absolutely love how it turned out. For the neckline, you can finish it using a neckband, or you can also use a neck binding, which I have a tutorial already. I'm just going to have the link in the description box below. Now all what's left to do is finish the sleeve hems and the skirt hemlines. Thanks so much for watching, and I hope you enjoyed this sewing projects for beginner. And if you haven't subscribed to my channel, please do so. Hit that subscribe button. If you would like to hit likes and share my videos, that will be really helpful.